What's good? Welcome back to Invest and Trade with Jax. Hope you're well, guys. Good morning from Canada. I think it's about 9 a.m. 8:55. We're gonna go over our friend Polygon. Currently sitting at 159. We're up about 3.6. We're down about 3.6 on the day. The Fed news was pretty inconclusive. It was a whole lot of nothing. To be honest, I thought it would be bullish because he didn't really talk about the interest rates hikes. He said they may happen in March, which is, over a month away. But we sold off a little bit. So we're sitting at 159. We're sitting at market cap of 11.74 billion. 24-hour volume, 1.61 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to Crypto.com, sign up to the world's fastest growing crypto app and grab one of the incredible Visa cards for cashback in crypto, free Spotify, Netflix, Prime, travel incentives, depending on the level of card that you have, and $25 just for signing up through my referral. So let's hop into Matic, guys. So we're here on the 4-hour time frame. So we talked about our inverse head and shoulders, and we broke it, and then we rolled over. Unfortunately, you'll see that time and time again. I said watch the 55 could act as resistance. When you're in a downtrend, you don't meet your technical targets to the upside. So if we start to lose $1.51, of course we can hold this support and we can still bounce up to 192. But if we lose 151, then our next buy zones are down here at 125 and 107, which do line up with levels of support. You can see the money flow came right up to the top section, and we're seeing a little bit of a move back down, just a little bit of consolidation here. If we look at the 1-hour time frame, you can see we reached overbought and we're just seeing a little bit of consolidation. So do watch 151, guys. If we do lose that support, we have a little bit of a double top here on the hourly time frame. Here's your first top. Here's your second top. So if that support is lost, take it from the base up to the top of your pattern and take you down. It will take you down to about $1.35. So I'm going to pop over to our next chart here, which is on the daily. We met the target of our head and shoulders, came all the way down to the 0.5 on our inverted fib. Now we do have a bit of a rising wedge here. You could also see this as a bear flag. So if it does break down, it is a bearish pattern. You come back down to where you started, which is at $1.33. Now, if you are seeing this as a bear flag, you measure your flag pull from your top of your flag and you pull it to the point of breakout, and could take us all the way back down to the 0.786, which is coming in at about 90 cents for our friend Matic. If we come down, we lose $1.33, we lose the golden ratio. It gives us a much higher likelihood of coming all the way back down to where we started, which is down here at about 61 cents, guys, this swing low. I was hoping the Fed news would be positive and we'd see a jump in the market. It wasn't negative in my opinion, but we've literally seen no movement and a little bit of sell-off for Bitcoin. Our indicators are still absolutely in the floor. It does give us a good opportunity to bounce, but what can happen, guys, is you come down, you consolidate, you drop, you consolidate, and you drop, and what happens with the RSI is it just does something like this. Just as when you're in an uptrend, guys, you're absolutely pumping, what the RSI does is stay up in that overbought section for quite some time. Well, it can also happen in a downtrend. But the bullish scenario, guys, is we hold this support, maybe we create some sort of double bottom, and we see a nice breakout back to the upside. But we have fallen out of our ascending channel here, and your technical target is all the way down at about 60 cents for Matic. So I want to pop over to our next chart here. Also on the daily, I was talking about this descending broadening wedge and us seeing a retest of the EMAs. Well, we've been simply consolidating. This is a daily, guys. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 daily candles that have just been in between about $1.44 and $1.64. And what it's doing, it's allowing the EMAs to catch back up to the candles, so we can start hitting them as resistance. The EMAs come down, we hit them as resistance, and then we can drop lower, guys. So do watch the EMAs on the daily. If we can push back above them, we need to see some bullish volume if we are going to push up to the top of this channel. We are still holding the support of this previous swing low here. You can take your fib as well to give you some targets, swing low up to swing high. So if we lose the swing low, guys, you target the 1.618, which is coming in at about 94 cents for Matic. The MACD is in the floor on the daily, and that is usually when you see a bounce, as we did right here's a good example, guys. So you see this downtrend, you see how the MACD is absolutely in the floor. So that's what can happen. The downtrend can continue and the MACD can stay low for a little while before basically coiling up and starting to break out back to the upside, just as we did here. So just be prepared for that scenario. And of course, the bullish scenario, as I mentioned, we create some sort of double bottom, strong level support, and we see the breakout back to the top of this ascending channel coming in at about $2.02. So let's take a look at BTC. Just a quick drink of my smoothie, guys. We have some blueberry smoothie with some maca, ashwagandha, chocolate almond milk. Absolutely scrumdiddly. I'm just going to turn up my screen brightness. So I talked about the resistance of our falling wedge pattern. I said if we can get back above it, guys, that would be really bullish. And we have to break above 38.8K. However, guys, as you can see, we got rejected perfectly by that level of resistance. And we're currently back underneath the resistance level of our falling wedge pattern. So this is bearish, guys. We have a little bit of ascending channel. If we break down out of it, then your target is here at 33K for BTC. Now, if we pop over to the 1 hour time frame, you can see, guys, overbought on the indicators, move back down, consolidation. It did allow the money flow to come back down here. We also have a little bit of a double top pattern forming for BTC. So you may see a little bit of a bounce here on the hourly, but the volume is trash, guys. The volume is really, really weak. So you'd have to see some strong volume step in to push the price back up. If we lose the support of this ascending channel, then you come back down to where you started, about 33K, guys, for BTC. Pop over to this chart here on the daily. I was talking about our descending broadening wedge. Our indicators are in the floor, guys, but it just looks like to me like we're not seeing a lot of strength from the bulls. It's allowing the indicators to catch back up to the candles, the 20 EMA, so we can hit them as resistance. And of course, our bullish scenario here is we create that double bottom and we see a nice push back to the upside. But we also have a little bit of a bear flag here for BTC. So here's your flag, guys. You can draw out your flagpole. So if you guys see us start to break down from this flagpole, could take BTC all the way back down to the 1.618 target. I pulled my Fibonacci here from this swing low up to this swing high, inverted fib. And we have lost the swing low, guys, so a higher likelihood you come back down to the 1.618, which is coming in at about 27.8K. I have been talking about the VPVR, guys, and how this does give us a beautiful opportunity to bounce. Just let it calculate properly here. So I have been talking about the volume in this range and how this does give us a good opportunity to find a bottom and bounce back to the upside. However, if we do lose the 1.272, just going to quickly shut this off. If we lose this level of support, 33.9K, I do think we're going to come down to the 1.618. We're going to lose that opportunity to bounce and come down to that technical target and then maybe see that huge bounce back to the upside. Because if we are going to have a bear market, as I've been mentioning, I would expect to see that dead cat bounce. It could happen here from the 1.272. However, if we lose that level of support, I do think we'll come down to the 1.618, and that will give us a beautiful opportunity to bounce as well. If we break down from that level, guys, then I would anticipate that we're going through capitulation. Just as we did with our Corona dump. We basically just come straight down before creating support and breaking right out of there. You can see a beautiful V-shaped recovery. But if we do start to bounce off the 1.272 or the 1.618, it does make that dead cat bounce more likely. Also a possibility, guys, that we find support, we bounce, we break this high, and we see continuation to the upside for our friend BTC. Let's quickly look at the long positions, guys. Beautiful increase in long positions. Look at this, guys. Absolutely beautiful. So that means while the price is consolidating and dropping, we're seeing a beautiful increase in longs, which is a bullish indicator, guys. If we look at the short positions, they are selling off just a little bit, but we did see some increase over the last few days. So in my opinion, we'll really just have to wait and see if the 1.272 is broken. If 33.9K is broken, guys, I do think we're coming down to 27.9K. And if we can hold that level of support, then we can see that breakout back to the upside. We'll quickly look at our friend Ethereum. So here we are on ETH, guys. We have a bit of a bear pennant going on, in my opinion. For ETH, you can see as well, ETH lost this swing low. We've come all the way back down to the 1.272. We do have a lot of support in this area. So same thing with Ethereum, guys. If we can create a strong level of support here and bounce, it does give us a beautiful opportunity. However, if we lose about 22.5K, I do think we're coming back down to the 1.618 at 1824, which lines up with the summer lows, guys. You can see a bit of a bear pennant. So if we break down from this pattern, I will give you your technical target to the downside. Wow, this is pretty steep. So the technical target is down at about 1631, but you don't always reach your technical target. We may wick down to that level, but if we were to break down here, I do think it's likely we come down to the 1.618. However, guys, if we do hold the 1.272, you can see our indicators are absolutely in the floor, and we see a bounce. I would see us coming up to this level of resistance, coming in at about 3,000. You can see previous support, and some resistance here as well for our friend Ethereum. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame and see what we can see here. Yeah, we're just consolidating. We're squeezing within this symmetrical triangle. So I would expect a break over the course of the next day or so for ETH. Our indicators, you can see we consolidated. We allow the indicator to come back up to the top section. So we'll see what happens, guys. If we break upwards, what you can do is to measure the body, take it to your point of breakout, and could take you back up to about 2,900 for ETH. So a big decision is coming, in my opinion. If we start to lose the 1.272 for ETH as well as Bitcoin, I'm just going to take away some of my squigglies here. That's when I would expect this to come down to the 1.618. It's crucial we hold the 1.272 if we are going to see a bounce, in my opinion. All right, guys. But either way, guys, if we do come down, we come down to our next buy zones. We get more money into our trade, and we bring down our average price. Currently, we've hit 4 of our buy zones, and our average price, let me pop this over to the 4 hours, sitting at $1.96. Just watch this rising wedge pattern for our friend Matic. Let me move my squiggly here. Watch this rising wedge pattern for our friend Matic. If we do lose that support, do expect $1.33. If we can't hold that support level, I would expect $1.22. If we lose that, guys, then our technical target is down here at about 61 cents. Bullish scenario, we create a strong level of support, double bottom, and we break out back to the upside. That's it for this one, guys. If you want early access to these charts, as well as 1,000 members talking all things crypto, posting chart patterns, and the DCA charts for many altcoin projects. If you want to see some buy zones, some take profit levels, or if you want a dollar cost average into your trades, price of a coffee, you can sign up through the Patreon, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, much love. Take care.